Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Potty Plant Entertainment. My name is Chris, and in case you don't know, I review movies and I rank them on a scale of 0 to 100 in increments of 5. Today, we are going to be reviewing Mark Wahlberg's newest film, Father Stu. This is based on a true story about a man on his journey on his journey of redemption from a drunk to a priest. So, Father Stu stars Mark Wahlberg, Mel Gibson, Teresa Ruiz, Malcolm McDowell, and Jackie Weaver, and it was directed by Rosalind Ross, who, by the way, this is her first movie, and I gotta say, she did a pretty good job for her first movie. I just gave you basically the plot, so let's just go into my pros and cons with it. So, for one thing, Mark Wahlberg gained some weight for this role. He starts out in the movie, he's buff when he starts out, but as the movie goes on, and by the way, we are going to be getting into some spoilers here, just so you know, when he becomes disabled, he gains weight. Now, he did gain some weight for that part of the film, but my understanding is that he was wearing some prosthetics to make him look really big, probably so that he didn't have to just put on all that weight and give up all his muscle in like years of hard work. So, the performances are really good too. Everybody does a really good job in this movie. Everyone is just, they're fantastic. Everybody's really good in it. I like Mark Wahlberg's dialogue. I think that really helps drive the story. He's pretty funny in the movie. He's got some really funny dialogue, and I think that's really the driving force here. On top of the performances, I think Stu is a really great character. Rejection always makes him stronger. His character arc is nice, but it doesn't necessarily change his entire personality. He's still like the smart aleck guy, but now he's not a drunken boxer. Now he's a priest. But he's still sarcastic. So I like that. I like that they kept him sarcastic. I appreciated that. It's a very inspiring movie. Wahlberg's character doesn't give up, even though it seems like everyone, including God, has given up on him. So it's a very, very nice, inspiring story. There's some good jokes in it. I like that it's rated R. I liked how this... I went into this expecting it to sort of be like one of those Alex Kendrick movies. Just those super corny religious movies. They're not really that good. I went into expecting that, but no, it's actually kind of a little hard-edged. There's a lot of F-bombs in this movie. So I appreciated that this was rated R. And it's not overly handy. It's not like exactly like an Alex Kendrick movie. It's like, yeah, obviously you're watching a movie about a guy trying to become a priest. Obviously there's going to be times where they convey this message of God to the audience, but the movie's really more focused on the characters than anything else. Mark Wahlberg sort of advertised it like it was going to be very heavy-handed in message. It's not really. It's really more about the character. So even if you're not religious, I think you can still find some enjoyment out of this film, but like if you're like me and you went to go see this mainly for the religious aspect, because I'm a religious guy myself, you'll still be satisfied. I liked Mark Wahlberg and Mel Gibson's relationship. This is not the first time they have played father and son. They were father and son in Daddy's Home too, and they are really good here too. They work off each other really well. They have good banter with each other. I buy this relationship. They have that Sean Connery Harrison Ford relationship where Sean Connery was really like not even that much older than Harrison Ford. Mel Gibson is not a whole lot older than Mark Wahlberg. He's like 15 years older than him, and Sean Connery is like 12 years older than Harrison Ford. They have that type of relationship, but you still buy them as father and son, especially because they play off of each other so well. And it doesn't have unnecessary dialogue or scenes. This movie, it's 2 hours, but it's paced really well. It doesn't drag at any point for me. I thought that they paced this really well. Now, this isn't a perfect movie, far from it, so let's get into my cons. For one thing, there's way too many up-close takes of people's faces. Like, at some point I said to myself, I was like, can you please just get a wide when people talk? Please. Like, it was so annoying. It's kind of formulaic. A guy struggles physically and with his, his personality's kind of getting in the way, and he's struggling with his personal relationships. It's kind of formulaic in that way, but it's like American Underdog. That was a very formulaic movie, but it just kind of worked for what it was. This movie sort of also feels like it holds itself back. I feel like this movie could have gone more Like, there could have been more here, but it kind of feels like it holds itself back. I felt the same way about the movie Loving. If you ever watched that movie, that's a really good movie. But it just feels like it's holding itself back from, like, true greatness. I just felt like there could have been more here this film could have done. And it also doesn't really make the passage of time clear. I think this movie's supposed to start in the 70s and end in the 90s. I'm pretty sure. But they don't exactly ever make that clear to you. But with all that being said, this is a good movie. It is worth going to check out. Mark Wahlberg funded this movie himself, and I definitely think that you should support him in it. He was passionate about this project. He believes in this project, and I think that he helped make a really good movie. He is acting his butt off in this movie. Mark Wahlberg is fantastic in this movie. He really shines here. I know Mark Wahlberg isn't always necessarily a character actor. He sort of plays it himself in his movies a lot. But here, he really shines. And this is movie, if you're going to go see this movie for anything, go see it for Mark Wahlberg's performance. He's amazing in it, and he's really on his A game. He's really trying. You can tell he's passionate about the project. And the movie's all the better for it. So, and it's based on a true story. And I always like based on a true story movies. So, with all that being said, I'm going to give Father Stu an 80. I didn't really get that much into spoilers, did I? Other than the fact that he gets disabled. But whatever. Some people may not want to know that going into the movie, so I figured I'd warn you. So, there you go. Also, peep the shirt. It's new. Peep the shirt. I like the shirt. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to Potted Plant Entertainment for more. Hit the like button. Leave me reviews, suggestions down in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Potted Plant Entertainment for channel updates and bonus content. And my next review should probably be for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I might do one more Michael Bay review before I get to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but that will most likely be my next review. So, and I'm excited for it. I'm going to go see it a day before it officially comes out, so be on the lookout for that. Subscribe, and much love.